I don't think it's an exaggeration to say we're facing tough times. Prices have been climbing steadily for months, and now, with tariffs in place and costs rising even faster, it's becoming painfully clear that we need to prepare. Goldman Sachs predicts a staggering 35% increase in costs, and let's be honest, most of us are already feeling the pinch at grocery stores. Combine that with the looming threat of a recession, and it's hard not to feel a little anxious about what's coming next. We can't always control the economy or global policies, but we can take steps to protect ourselves and our families. For me, that means focusing on one crucial thing: a well-stocked pantry. A thoughtfully prepared pantry isn't just about convenience, it's about security. When food prices soar, or worse, when certain items become hard to find, having a stocked pantry can offer peace of mind. I know firsthand how overwhelming it can feel to manage rising costs while trying to stay prepared. The idea of buying extra food when you're already stretching every dollar is challenging, but it doesn't have to be impossible. With some planning, a little creativity, and a focus on essentials, we can all create a pantry that keeps us fed and ready for tough times. Let's dig into how we can get it done, starting today. Step 1. Inventory your pantry. When it comes to being prepared for tough times, the first step is to take a solid inventory of your pantry. This is not something to approach casually or to put off until later. It's a critical action that sets the foundation for your preparedness. I know it might seem tedious, but trust me, once you know exactly what you have, you can plan effectively and avoid wasting time, space, and money on things you don't need or won't use. Start by digging into every nook and cranny of your kitchen, pantry, and storage areas. Check what's dehydrated, freeze-dried, home-canned, commercially canned, or even frozen in your freezer. Don't forget about any fruit trees, herbs, or vegetables growing in your backyard. Whether it's meticulously labeled mason jars or forgotten cans tucked behind old spice jars, it all counts. Sometimes you'll discover items you didn't know were there, and this can be a pleasant surprise, or an eye-opener if things are nearing their expiration dates. I recommend making a detailed list to identify exactly what you have. Write down the item, the quantity, and if applicable, the expiration date. If you prefer, you can use a spreadsheet or an app that helps track your pantry items digitally. Staying organized is key. Once I started keeping track of my pantry inventory, I realized how much easier it was to see what I needed to replenish, and it also gave me peace of mind knowing I had things in order. One thing I've learned is that preparedness isn't just about stockpiling. It's about being realistic and intentional. Take a look at your inventory and ask yourself whether these are things your family will eat. It's great to have an enormous supply, but if no one likes lentils or powdered eggs, they'll likely go untouched. Use this opportunity to weed out items you know you won't use, either by donating them or finding creative ways to incorporate them into your current meal plans. I can't emphasize this enough. Complete your inventory as soon as possible. If you set aside a weekend to do it, you'll come away with a clear understanding of what you have and what's still missing. This is the first and most important step towards surviving tough times with a fully stocked pantry. Once you know what's on hand, you can move forward confidently, with less stress and more assurance that you're on the right path. Step 2. Plan what you need. When preparing for tough times, planning for your pantry is essential to ensure you and your family have the necessities to survive. After assessing and taking inventory of what you already have, the next step is to determine what you need to build a well-stocked and resilient pantry. This step requires careful attention, prioritization, and flexibility to make the most of your resources. Start by creating a comprehensive list of items that you'll need for the next 3, 6, or even 12 months. Think of your pantry as a lifeline, and focus only on the essentials rather than including extras or luxuries. Begin with staple foods like rice, beans, pasta, canned goods, and grains. Non-perishable items that have a long shelf life should be at the top of your list. Include sources of protein such as canned meats, dried legumes, or affordable substitutes like powdered eggs or plant-based options. Don't forget basic condiments, seasonings, and cooking oils to ensure meals remain flavorful and varied. If necessary, add household essentials such as cleaning supplies, soap, and toiletries to your list. Flexibility will be your greatest ally when it comes to planning what you need. Pay attention to affordability and be willing to make substitutions that stretch your budget further. For example, if beef is too expensive, consider swapping it with chicken, beans, or other protein alternatives. Stretching ingredients creatively can make a big difference in managing costs without compromising on nutritional value. For those on a fixed or limited income, seeking support from local food banks, churches, or charitable organizations can fill gaps in your pantry needs. Many of these services provide essential items at no or low cost. Additionally, look for opportunities to buy in bulk or shop during sales, which can reduce expenses while ensuring you have a surplus of critical supplies. Above all, prioritize your list by identifying the absolute essentials, those items that are required for basic, bare-bones survival. While it may be tempting to include indulgent items, building a stocked pantry thoughtfully and efficiently will provide the peace of mind and preparedness necessary to face difficult circumstances. By planning wisely and focusing on what truly matters, you'll be setting yourself up for greater resilience and security in the months ahead. Step 3. Avoid panic buying. When tough times loom and uncertainty arises, it's natural to feel anxious. However, it's critical to avoid panic buying and hoarding supplies unnecessarily. This type of behavior not only creates unnecessary stress, but also disrupts the supply chain, leaving others in your community with fewer resources. Proper preparation should stem from rational planning and not a hurried frenzy fueled by fear. It's important to remember that stocking a pantry for tough times is about balance and thoughtfulness, not excess. For instance, you may feel an impulse to overbuy items you use frequently, like canned goods or packaged foods. However, buying 100 cans of tuna when you only eat it occasionally is wasteful and impractical. Focus instead on purchasing what you and your family will realistically use over time. Start by creating a thoughtful list of essentials, including non-perishable staples like rice, beans, or pasta, and carefully calculate how much you actually need. This helps you avoid overstocking while still ensuring you're prepared. Another key consideration is to prioritize essentials, food being the most critical. During economic downturns or emergencies, food prices often rise significantly, so stocking up on nutritious, shelf-stable foods can help you manage costs over time. Items like dried grains, legumes, canned vegetables, and protein sources should take priority in your pantry planning. Non-food items such as cleaning supplies or toiletries are also important, but should be purchased in moderation, focusing on needs rather than wants. Think of your pantry as a resource for survival, not a storage unit for unused items. Additionally, by avoiding panic buying, you help maintain fairness and equity for others in your community. Overbuying items causes shelves to empty quickly, creating panic even for those who initially felt calm. This domino effect can lead to widespread shortages that worsen the situation for everyone. By staying measured in your purchases, you contribute to a more sustainable and cooperative environment for all. Preparation is vital, but preparation doesn't mean acting out of fear. Thoughtful planning, prioritizing necessities, and purchasing only what you need will ensure you're genuinely ready for tough times. Instead of hoarding, strive to build a well-stocked and sustainable pantry, not just for your benefit, but as part of a greater sense of shared responsibility. Step 4. Watch for price increases. When tough times hit, one of the first warning signs can often be seen in the rising prices of everyday goods, especially essentials like food. Monitoring these price increases gives you valuable insight into market shifts and helps you better prepare for the future. Produce is usually among the first to rise in price. Fruits such as bananas from Guatemala and grapes from Peru are particularly vulnerable due to their reliance on imports and shifting transportation costs. Keeping an eye on the cost of these items can offer an early indicator of broader economic challenges. Seafood is another category to watch closely. Items such as shrimp, often imported from countries like Vietnam and India, are subject to tariffs and fluctuating international trade policies. These factors result in noticeable price hikes, making it essential to plan meals carefully and explore more budget-friendly protein alternatives when necessary. Specialty items like sugar, coffee, and spices are equally significant. Renowned products such as cinnamon, often sourced internationally, can rapidly become premium commodities due to changing trade dynamics or supply disruptions. For anyone relying on these for daily use, stocking up when prices are reasonable will save money in the long run. Apart from direct price increases, other more subtle economic trends like shrinkflation and price gouging may impact your purchasing power. Shrinkflation occurs when products reduce in size or weight while maintaining the same price, effectively giving you less for your money. This tactic can be hard to spot, so it's vital to monitor unit prices rather than the upfront cost. Brands may change packaging to mask these alterations, so review your purchases carefully for hidden changes. Price gouging, on the other hand, might arise during times of crisis when certain goods become scarce or in extreme demand. It's common for some sellers to take advantage of these situations by inflating prices unfairly. Being aware of market conditions, researching fair prices, and shopping from trusted sources can prevent you from falling victim to this practice. By staying vigilant and paying attention to price trends in produce, seafood, specialty items, and other goods, you'll be better prepared to manage rising costs without compromising your pantry's stock. Careful planning and observation ensure that hard times don't catch you off guard when it comes to feeding yourself and your family. Step 5. Stock up on essentials. When preparing to survive tough times, one of the most crucial steps is to stock up on pantry essentials. These staples provide the foundation for a resilient food supply, ensuring you have the resources to weather shortages, price hikes, or emergencies. Focus on acquiring long-lasting basics such as rice, sugar, coffee, wheat, and other pantry items with a prolonged shelf life. These staples are versatile, offering countless meal possibilities while maintaining their nutritional value over time. Proper storage is key to preserving these essentials for the long haul. To extend their shelf life, invest in airtight containers, mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, or durable canning jars. These storage methods prevent exposure to air, moisture, pests, and temperature fluctuations, keeping your pantry items fresh and safe to consume. Creating a well-organized system with clear labeling will also make it easier to rotate items and use older supplies first, reducing the risk of spoilage. For those who bake their own bread or mill their own flour, now is the time to stock up on wheat. Wheat is an integral ingredient in countless recipes and can experience sudden price spikes or shortages in challenging times. Buying in bulk can save money and provide peace of mind, ensuring you have an ample supply to continue making homemade bread and baked goods. Additionally, it is wise to consider alternatives for imported or expensive items that may become difficult to source. For example, chicory can act as a coffee substitute in the event of a coffee shortage or price surge. By identifying similar alternatives, you build a pantry that remains flexible and practical, even during disruptions to the supply chain. A well-stocked pantry not only ensures food security, but also gives you control over your resources in uncertain times. By taking proactive steps to build and maintain your pantry now, you'll be better prepared to face the challenges ahead with confidence and resilience. Step 6. Grow and source locally. One of the best ways to create a resilient and sustainable pantry is to grow and source locally. Growing your own fruits and vegetables is not just a rewarding experience, but also a practical step to ensure food availability during tough times. While it can take a couple of years to establish a productive garden, the long-term benefits are well worth the effort. Start small with easy-to-grow plants like tomatoes, herbs, or leafy greens, and gradually expand your garden to include a variety of produce that suits your region's climate and soil conditions. By doing this, you'll gain independence and peace of mind, knowing that you have a steady supply of fresh, nutrient-dense food right at your fingertips. Additionally, sourcing locally is a smart and cost-free way to keep your pantry stocked, especially during times of economic uncertainty or supply chain disruptions. Local farmers markets and community-supported agriculture (CSA) programs are excellent resources for seasonal produce. By buying directly from local growers, you not only save money by avoiding the added costs of shipping and storage, but also support your local economy. Seasonal produce is often more affordable and fresher, providing better quality and longer shelf life for preservation methods such as canning, drying, or freezing. Whether you're growing your own food or sourcing it locally, these practices also reduce reliance on long-distance imports and lower the carbon footprint associated with transportation. This step aligns with both financial and environmental sustainability, making it a win-win strategy for anyone preparing for tough times. By focusing on local resources, you enhance your self-sufficiency, build a stronger connection with your food supply, and ensure your pantry is well-stocked to weather future challenges. Step 7. Prepare for non-food essentials. Planning for tough times isn't just about securing enough food to keep you and your family sustained. It's also crucial to consider non-food essentials that support daily living. Often overlooked, these items become incredibly important during extended periods of hardship, and having them in stock can make a world of difference when resources become scarce or expensive. Start by focusing on essential hygiene products. Stocking up on daily consumables like soap, toothpaste, shampoo, and feminine hygiene products is necessary to maintain cleanliness and prevent illness. Detergents and cleaning supplies like sponges, trash bags, and disinfectants should also be high on your checklist to ensure your living space remains sanitary. During tough times, access to these essentials can have a significant impact on your well-being, as they help you adhere to normal routines and preserve a sense of dignity. Additionally, consider the durability and availability of your kitchen and household tools. Items such as aluminum foil, plastic wraps, garbage bags, and paper towels should be stocked in sufficient quantities. They assist in preparing and storing meals, which ties directly into your well-managed pantry. Furthermore, personal care items like diapers for babies or incontinence supplies for the elderly must not be forgotten, if applicable to your household. Energy items are another critical area for preparation, especially as power outages or interruptions in utility services could become regular occurrences. Stock up on batteries, preferably rechargeable ones, along with a reliable charger to keep essential devices running. Flashlights, solar lights, and candles with plenty of matches should also be part of your inventory to ensure you're not left in the dark when the power goes out. If possible, invest in alternative energy sources such as solar panels or portable power banks to charge electronic devices sustainably. Finally, consider higher-tech electronics or tools that may become unobtainable as prices skyrocket. Think about upgrading now to a more energy-efficient refrigerator or purchasing a generator if you believe power disruptions will be prolonged. Durable and multi-purpose tools can also make life easier. Small investments in items like screwdrivers, duct tape, or sewing kits can help repair and extend the life of items you already own. Preparing for non-food essentials is just as important as building your food stockpile. By covering these bases, you can better maintain your quality of life, adapt to challenges, and face tough times with greater confidence and resilience. Step 8. Address medication concerns. When preparing to survive tough times, especially with a stocked pantry, it is vital to not only think about food but also consider your long-term medication needs. Medications play a critical role in maintaining your health and well-being, and disruptions to their availability can pose serious challenges during crises. Taking proactive steps to address these concerns now can save you from scrambling for solutions when issues arise. Start by having an open conversation with your doctor or pharmacist about the medications you rely on. Ask about the potential for shortages and inquire if there are alternative medications or treatments available should supply chain issues disrupt normal availability. Your healthcare provider can often help you identify generic or comparable alternatives that may allow you to maintain treatment during times of scarcity. It is also a good idea to discuss your ability to obtain longer prescriptions if possible. Many insurance companies offer 90-day supplies, which can be a reliable way to stock up on essential medications for unexpected situations. Another key factor to explore is understanding how external factors, like tariffs, trade disputes, or global events, influence medication costs and availability. Educate yourself about the origins of your prescriptions, as global pharmaceutical supply chains are often delicate and susceptible to disruption. Being aware of these risks can help you be one step ahead in planning for potential medication shortages. Keep an eye on credible news sources for updates on industry trends and geopolitical developments that could have an impact on your access to necessary medications. It's also wise to develop an emergency medication plan. This might involve creating an inventory of your current medications, their dosages, and expiration dates. Properly store these in safe, climate-controlled locations to ensure they are effective when needed. Consider investing in medication organizers or portable storage solutions that allow you to safely access your prescriptions during emergencies. For life-saving medications such as insulin or inhalers, learn about storage alternatives like portable coolers that can maintain proper temperatures in challenging conditions. Finally, having first aid kits and over-the-counter remedies like pain relievers, allergy medication, and antacids can complement your preparedness efforts. Combined with a stocked pantry, addressing your medication concerns ensures you are holistically prepared to face tough times while prioritizing your health. Step 9. Focus on shelf-stable food. When it comes to preparing your pantry for tough times, shelf-stable food is a game-changer. Unlike frozen or refrigerated items that rely on electricity to stay viable, shelf-stable foods can be stored safely for extended periods without the risk of spoilage. This makes them an essential component of any survival strategy, especially during power outages, natural disasters, or economic downturn. The first key to building a stockpile of shelf-stable food is to diversify your options. Focus on non-perishable items like grains, dried beans, pasta, canned goods, powdered milk, and dried fruits. These staples not only have long shelf lives but also provide essential nutrients to sustain you during uncertain times. Additionally, stock up on versatile items like rice, oats, and flour, which can form the base for various meals. Be mindful of expiration dates and rotate your stock regularly to ensure freshness. Preservation methods play a significant role in creating a self-reliant pantry. Learning techniques such as pressure canning and water bath canning allows you to preserve your own fruits, vegetables, soups, and meat, ensuring they're safe and ready to use when you need them. Dehydrating is another excellent method to reduce the weight and size of items like fruits, vegetables, and even meats, while greatly extending their shelf life. Freeze-drying, though requiring specialized equipment, offers one of the longest shelf life options for food storage, retaining most of the food's nutrients and flavor. It's also important to consider how your food is packaged. Sealing items in airtight containers, Mylar bags, or vacuum-sealed pouches can protect against moisture, pests, and air exposure, further increasing storage longevity. Remember to label every package with the date of preservation to keep track of usage priorities. By focusing on shelf-stable foods and mastering preservation techniques, you'll not only build a pantry capable of withstanding hard times, but also gain the peace of mind that comes with being prepared. With thoughtful planning, your food supply can be a reliable safety net, sustaining you and your family through whatever challenges arise. Step 10. Prepare for emergencies. Emergencies can strike at any time, and preparedness is key to weathering tough times with minimal disruption. One essential aspect of preparedness is ensuring access to heat and electricity, as these resources are critical for maintaining comfort, food storage, and communication during unforeseen events. Whether it's a natural disaster, a power grid failure, or unexpected extreme weather conditions, having a plan in place can make all the difference in keeping your household safe and functional. A practical first step is to evaluate your energy needs and potential shortcomings during an emergency. For instance, consider how you will heat your home during winter if power outages occur, or how you'll keep essential appliances like refrigerators running to prevent food from spoiling. Investing in alternative heating solutions such as propane space heaters or wood-burning stoves can provide a reliable backup during cold weather. Likewise, having a generator as an emergency power source is a worthwhile consideration. Portable generators can power multiple appliances, while larger standby generators can handle heavy-duty tasks like heating or cooling your home. However, it's important to account for rising costs associated with emergency equipment and fuel. Generators often require gasoline, diesel, or propane, which can add up over time, so planning for these expenses in advance is crucial. Additionally, proper maintenance is vital to ensure that your backup systems are ready to function when needed. For example, regularly testing your generator and keeping enough fuel safely stored ensures you're not caught off guard. Beyond heat and electricity, prepare for smaller-scale emergencies by gathering supplementary supplies such as flashlights, extra batteries, and portable chargers to keep devices operational. A hand crank or solar-powered emergency radio can also help you stay informed when communication networks are down. Pair these systems with a well-stocked pantry containing non-perishable foods, water, and essential cooking tools, and you'll have peace of mind knowing that your family is ready for whatever comes their way. By proactively addressing the risks of power and heating loss, you can significantly enhance your resilience and ensure you're well prepared to handle emergencies with confidence. In conclusion, being prepared for tough times starts with thoughtful planning and a fully stocked pantry. By ensuring you have essential supplies like non-perishable foods, clean water, and backup power options, you can protect your household and stay resilient during unexpected challenges. Preparation offers both security and peace of mind, empowering you to face adversity with confidence. Take the first step today and set yourself up for a safer tomorrow.